Larry. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one taken from the 7th. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3". Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st and 10, Cameron. And his first pass is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Throwing again. Cameron. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Off play action. Cameron. This complete to Lockett. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. This is Harris. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at Going forward, watching it on tape, maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And his throw here's incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. And this passing game, his whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw on 2nd down. Cameron. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Throwing on 1st down. Cameron. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cameron is going to float this one deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point try now for Walsh. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Here we go now.
Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Watch 89. Watch 89. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it over the middle, and it's incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. And to give this time to the tailback. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance, but a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Fresh set of downs here. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 14-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Going to give this time to the tailback. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. On first down, Cameron. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Looking to throw on second down. Cameron, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Back to throw. Cameron, a bullet throw, but incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's go. Green 3.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Here we go.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
On 1st and 10, Cameron trying to lay one up deep. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. first down, he'll drop to throw. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. To throw now on first down. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner.
Let's go! 3-19!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Malik McDowell coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 19. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
All right, here we go. Blue, land it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete right around the 8. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Campanaro, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. A little juke. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Throwing on first down. Cameron. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline. So second down, 3 yards to go now.
Here we go now.
From the gun, Cameron. Throw left side, complete. It's Meyer. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cameron. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw on second down, Cameron. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we? Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Seahawks have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Down to the middle of the first. Harris is going to head outside to the right, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score as they take a 7-0 lead. Midway through the first quarter, third down from inside the 20. Cameron's going to complete the pass into coverage, and this goes 57 yards for the score as they move out in front, 14-0. Now first and 10. Cameron's got the completion here, and it's caught for the touchdown. The lead now at 14. Ravens have it late in the second. Here will get a pass into the end zone, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Trailing now by just a touchdown.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive lineman with it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let him catch.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the sack on first down there by the defense, and now it's second down.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down again. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
The Ravens on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cameron. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So the defense flinches, contact made, and the 5-yard penalty ensues. So a 1st down and 5 for the offense. From the gun, Cameron looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Meyer. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throw left side complete. It's Meyer. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Meanwhile, over in Cincinnati, and the Patriots, they've extended their lead in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And the Ravens taking the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, it's Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cameron. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Looking to throw. Cameron looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Meyer. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. They run with Harris. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Now let's go.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
All right, here we go.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Green 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 9 yards on the pickup, and the Ravens are going to have a first down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A dump off for Dixon. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 14. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Cameron. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Harris. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Seahawks on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. On 4th down, Warren. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. He'll look to throw. And avoids the contact by sliding. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. And at 50 seconds left, he'll spike it to stop the clock. He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It's caught. Lockett. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. On 1st down, Cameron. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to the air on 2nd down. Cameron. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So on now is Blair Walsh. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on now is Blair Walsh. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. Crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or 2, but it's no good as it stands. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, If the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Let's go. Green 39.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cameron, and that is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Cameron. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Seahawks send out their punter. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. So after he looked really good early, they haven't been able to find the big tight end as much. What gives?
Well, sometimes that's not in the game plan defensively. They're trying to take away other people, or they weren't expecting him to get off to such a hot start. But now they know he's out there. They've made a few adjustments, surrounded him with a few more people, a few different coverages. Let's see if he makes the adjustments now. Does he change up a few things to try and work his way open?
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Let's go!
He'll drop to throw. And he's got room. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. To throw now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now it's Dixon. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickel and dime down the field.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll go option on second down, right side. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Seahawks on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Cameron. Hard throw, incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first down. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
They'll set up to throw. The Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Here's Sam Cook now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On 1st and 10, Cameron. Throw left side complete. It's Meyer. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. Throwing on first down. Cameron. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, it definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who could help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one. And to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I'd love to see games finish that way.
So for the Ravens, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.